Join us as we take you on an unforgettable journey to the Grand Design 2024 Quartzsite Rally. From stunning aerial views of the campground to immersive on-the-ground experiences, we'll share our inaugural adventure. Discover the exciting events, immersive RV showcases, and heartwarming connections we made with fellow RVers. Get ready to explore, learn, and be inspired as we dive into the world of the Grand Design Rally. As we depart San Diego, our truck and trailer in tow, we bid farewell to the coastal city and set our sights on the vast desert that awaits us. The winter rains have left their mark on the landscape, painting the normally golden hills a vibrant green as we navigate the gently winding roads. The GPS indicates about a 2-hour drive to Yuma, Arizona, our first stop. We can get gas there for considerably less than California. As we descend from the peninsular range, we're greeted by a mesmerizing array of windmills dotting the landscape. And before long, we're at El Centro, the largest city in Imperial County. But we're going to deviate from our original plan. Checking the gas gauge, we think we can get to Quartzsite directly rather than traveling to Yuma first. If wrong, we'll pay about $1 per gallon penalty buying gas in Blythe instead of Arizona. Driving the 78 has other advantages too. It's a more interesting and remote route. Glamis, the renowned sand dune destination, comes into view as we traverse the desert landscape. If you've never been here, it's worth checking out. When busy, it looks like a scene out of a Mad Max movie. Moving on past Glamis, the 78 passes through some very remote terrain. We love this part of the journey. It's not long before we cross into Arizona and get on the 10 East. Fortunately for us, the odometer still reads 10 miles to empty as we pull into Quartzsite. Our first order of business is to get gas. The price of gas here is about 30% less than San Diego, where we came from. Cutting across Keene Street, it looks markedly different than when we were here a month or so ago during the big RV show. But this part looks the same. We remember this same ultralight flying around when we were here last. Bet they have a nice view up there. We're going to get water at La Posa South as we have a pass for this place. There's no water at Roadrunner where the rally is being held. As we approach, we can't help but wonder if we'll get one of those famous Arizona sunsets tonight. We follow the well-marked path into the rally. The road is dirt, but not in bad shape. It is plenty dusty, though. At last, we reach the check-in. As we got here a few days before the rally actually starts, they're not doing check-ins until tomorrow. We just head back to find a spot. Our friends Stan and Rhonda from the YouTube channel Over the Hill Adventures gave us some tips on where to park here. We made our way towards the back and found a spot on the southwest edge. The winds predominantly blow from the south-southwest, so we're going to park so the trailer shelters most of the wind. And we don't have much to do to get set up. It's nice and level here. This morning, we're going to walk over to the registration booth to check in. The volunteers are in good spirits, and Dang takes note of the process as she's going to be performing this task tomorrow. They have special gifts for each attendee. It's a random selection, and some of the gifts are pretty nice. We decide to sign up for the Salsa contest. That should be fun. There's a support service booth, and we stop by to talk to Jenny. We have a few minor recalls that need to be taken care of, and this is the perfect opportunity. They're going to have 3 Grand Design mobile techs here supporting the process, but they're not doing general repairs, just recall stuff. They gave us this nice collapsible ice bucket, which I'm sure we'll put to good use. Now, with the registration under our belt, let's set out and explore Dome Rock to the west of us. We head west on Pipeline Road. This road is in okay shape, but there are a few dips, and we're sure glad we're not pulling the trailer. There are roads crisscrossing everywhere out here, probably really easy to get lost. Surprisingly, we encounter a little patch of civilization out here in the desert. We see only dirt roads leading up to it, and it seems oddly out of place out here. A little research brings up the name Rainbow Acres, and this little community looks quite nice and well maintained, though isolated. Founded back in the 1960s or 70s, the sites were originally set up for RVs and mobile homes, but some have built permanent structures here since. We would never have expected to encounter this little off-grid community here. Beyond Rainbow Acres, we begin to ascend the hills, and the landscape becomes more interesting. The heavier than average rainfall has left the desert dotted with green. Apparently, there are a number of mines up here, though we don't know much about them. If you do, please drop us a comment below. I just love how this cactus grows right out of a pile of rocks. Let's see if we can get up a little bit closer to Dome Rock, also known as Sugarloaf Mountain. As we continue to head northwest, we see several campers boondocking out here. This might be a good spot, affording a bit more privacy, but not sure about the road noise. It is pretty close to the I-10. The Dome Rock Mountains are part of the larger Basin and Range Province. This small mountain range is known for its unique volcanic formations, which give the peaks their distinctive dome-like appearance. Back in the late 1800s, these mountains were a hotbed for mining activity. The discovery of gold in the 1890s led to a rush of miners and the creation of several mining towns in this area. In addition to gold, silver, copper, and lead were also mined from the mountains, with some operations continuing into the early 1900s. The Guadalupe mine, which operated until the 1940s, was one of the most significant mines in the area. On our next visit out here, we're going to have to spend some time looking for the Guadalupe mine and exploring that. You've heard of Arizona pinstripes. Well, this is how you get them. This is a fun drive, and we recommend it if you have some time to kill. Unfortunately, our exit route leads right past this camper. We prefer not to drive through their campsite, but there really wasn't an alternative. Today's a special day for us, and we're going to start it off with a hearty breakfast. Hash browns, steak, and eggs is on the menu. The weather promises to be just perfect, and I'm taking a day off work. The Blackstone does this kind of breakfast so well, we really like ours. Let's eat up and hit the road. We have quite a drive today. For we are heading east to Peoria, where we're going to catch a spring training baseball game. It's an easy 2-hour drive on the I-10. Looks like someone's going to have fun this weekend. In almost no time, we find ourselves on the outskirts of Phoenix. Last time we did this, we had the trailer in tow, and though not difficult, there were a few surprising turns. I wonder if this is where that circus truck we passed a while back is headed. For those of you interested in catching a game while you visit Quartzsite, it's a pretty straightforward process. At least the Peoria Sports Complex is. They even have parking for RVs, but not overnight camping. When I called in and inquired about it, they said there would be a $10 fee for RV parking, but nobody ever took our money the last time we came here. If you do bring your RV, get here early so you don't have to deal with too many cars. Spring training games have a few nice benefits which we really enjoy. Firstly, it's pretty low-key and easy to get in and out. I forgot I had a soda in my hand. Living in San Diego, we're Padres fans, and this is our home field for spring. The field is shared with the Seattle Mariners, so we both call it home. I believe this was the first ballpark that was co-developed between two teams. The second thing we really like about spring games is the prices. I think we paid $36 to be 9 rows from the front behind home plate. And the third thing we like is the weather. It's always been nice for us on our visits. I'm sure they get some bad weather, but we've not seen it. The fourth thing to like is the proximity to the players. You can walk around and watch them warming up and just doing their thing. And finally, we like just how nice the Peoria Sports Complex is. There's lots of food and drink choices sprinkled throughout the complex. Last year I went traditional and got hot dogs, but this year I think I'm going to try something different. Now this looks pretty good, wood-fired pizza. Don't remember this here last year. We haven't had pizza in a long time. Maybe we're going to give this a try. Dan got the chicken and I got pizza. Unfortunately, the presentation was better than the taste. Hopefully this is just a one-off. Well, the game's about to start, so let's grab our seats. Funny thing about spring training, you never know who you might end up sitting next to. We're playing Kansas City today, so let's roll the highlight reel. A lot of fun. It stayed pretty close most of the way through, and the Padres came out on top 6-3. With our spring baseball fix behind us, let's go try to find a Mexican market. We're on the hook for Salsa contest, and we can purchase some of the ingredients right here. It's actually a butcher shop, but they do have groceries and vegetables too, and it's only a few miles from the ballpark. And it turns out they have some great prepared foods as well. We saw a number of folks come in and order from the restaurant while we were here. We're going to grab dinner here as well. Things look so good, and all those customers coming in, it can't be wrong. Prices are reasonable too. Having found both fresh and dried chilies for the salsa, we pay for our stuff and get on the road. The drive back is uneventful, and we arrive in time to enjoy a campfire and wind up our day. Tomorrow should be the day when most guests arrive. One of the great things about going to the Grand Design Rally is that they bring their mobile techs, and you can take care of any recall items you may have. There's a lot of excitement when the mobile techs show up, as we capture here. And let's drop in and see the registration volunteers one more time. They're gearing up for a busy day. Now we'll head over to the opening ceremonies. We're not exactly sure what to expect. That looks like a huge fire pit on the left. That's going to be fun. Dave and Jacqueline of the Border Hookups are singing the national anthem. They're putting on a concert a bit later in the show, and we're looking very forward to that. This rally has been held for the last 10 years or so. usually here at Roadrunner BLM area as far as I can tell. This is our first time, so everything's new to us. At the opening ceremonies, we're introduced to our wagon masters. This year it's Casey and Becky, along with help from outgoing wagon masters Ron and Paula. We also get introduced to the dealer sponsor RV Country and several folks from Grand Design that came out for the event. They introduce the vendors, the raffle system, and familiarize you with the scheduled presentations. For me, excluding a break for the opening ceremony, it was a work day, and I had my desk deployed and the weather was perfect. A bit later, we got a visit from Riley, one of the Grand Design mobile techs. We had a recall on the propane regulator, which I'd already replaced, so we got a spare. Riley was kind enough to give us a behind-the-scenes view of the mobile service unit. Grand Design basically provides them with a trailer and they build it out to suit their needs based on the region they are servicing. Riley was great, and the recall service was just one more perk of this rally. We signed up to bring Thai pineapple fried rice for the potluck, and that of course means Dang is doing the cooking. Keep in mind she's cooking enough for 20 or so, so if you're doing this at home, scale way back. And try not to cut your fingers. One trick to doing good fried rice is to use a very hot fire. We find this turkey frying burner does a great job. When the oil is quite hot, add the minced garlic and chilies. You can use most any meat you like, we choose chicken. Add eggs and scramble them well. Dang likes to get the pineapple in fairly early to help cook it down a bit. Then the carrots. And after a couple minutes, the rest of the vegetables. At this point, you add Thai soy sauce and fish sauce. Note this is an enormous wok spoon, and it makes the dish look small, but it's not. That's a 16-inch wok. Finally, add the rice, which should be cooked and cooled, not hot out of the rice cooker. Finish with sweet black soy sauce and a dusting of sugar. Now, continue to cook on high heat until the rice just starts to char ever so slightly against the pan. Then add green onions and you're done. Let's walk over to the potluck and see what's going on. There's quite a crowd gathered here. Folks, if you see yourself here in the video, please drop us a comment down below and say hi. There was truly enough food here to feed an army, and of all different varieties. They assign general food categories based on the rig type. Us having an Imagine put us in the side dishes category. Fortunately, the weather was cooperating and the winds were mild. I heard last year was a different story. I guess this is as good a time as any to get the drone up and do some aerial footage of the area. Now remember how back on day one I told you we made our way to the back of the rally? We had no idea how many more were coming. There are about 250 rigs here this year, and that's about the maximum size they allow. This fills up quickly, so if you're interested in attending, do register as soon as it opens. Below us, you see the new Grand Design models that RV Country brought in to show off. After resting up a bit after all that food, it's now time to go walk over and enjoy the bonfire. They have quite a fire going on and a good crowd as well. I've signed up to help with tomorrow night's fire, though the winds are supposed to pick up and we may not have one.
Watch the other one.
This morning, we're all assembling for a group photo. They're going to shoot it with that drone you see up in the sky. Everybody's invited. And then, back at the trailer...
I'm Doug. Hi, I just was going around to all the Imagine owners giving a little gift at the rally.
Wow, look at that.
I feel like we have to be represented.
Awesome, thank you, Doug.
All right. All right.
Then, we discovered a predicament. We're planning to make grapefruit pomegranate martinis for the camp crawl later tonight, but I forgot to bring a cocktail shaker. So Dang's running all over town looking for one, and guess what? This is not readily available in Quartzsite. But finally, she tried K&K out of Tyson Wells, and they had one. Thank you, Matt. And then it was time for the camp crawl. This being our first rally, we didn't really know what to expect, and we seriously underdecorated. There are all sorts of crazy booths and a wide variety of drinks to satisfy any palate. Ours was a simple offering. We brought about 50 pounds of grapefruit from our tree, palm pomegranate juice, and some Tito's handmade vodka. Our camp neighbor Ray jumped in to help me mix in the drinks.
What do we have here?
The veteran mixologist Jared smartly pre-batched his drinks. He was the camp crawl coordinator.
Yeah, baby.
It meets Pete's approval.
Shake it, Bob. Shake it. That's good.
Though not everyone's cup of tea, we did get positive feedback and that made us happy. The camp crawl turned out to be a blast. Any concerns we had that it might get out of hand quickly evaporated, and everyone had a good time and there were no problems. Next time we'll decorate a lot more and get dressed up. Today, we're going to use a perk Grand Design provided. They gave us a voucher for 2 free meals from the Fat Barbecue truck included in our registration. Despite the long line, the delicious food made the wait worthwhile. RV Country showcased the latest Grand Design models, tempting attendees. Some even bought new rigs on the spot, but we managed to resist the allure. I think this is a Reflection 320 MKS. Both Dang and I really like the floor plan on this one. Outside, a massive cornhole tournament is in full swing. Dang and I, being utterly hopeless at the game, wisely choose to sit this one out. We opted to explore more of the models instead. Those light, airy interiors and sleek, modern appliances were simply stunning. And we chatted with the Camping Tools team about the new app, a camping-focused alternative to traditional social media platforms. And now we make our salsas. Salsa bruja is just dried arbole chilies, vinegar, oil, salt, and garlic finely blended. Salsa molcajete is composed of roasted vegetables. It's a bit of work. You have to roast, then peel the peppers and the rest of the vegetables, including garlic and onion too. Now, traditionally, you'd grind this up in a coarse salsa using a mortar and pestle, hence the name molcajete. But I'm cheating and using an inversion blender because we don't travel with a mortar and pestle, and I'm not about to ask Dang to go out and find one of those in town. You have to take really short runs at it with a blender or it will liquefy it. The salsa and chili contests are happening right next to each other. In the background, you can see the hot dogs being cooked.
Okay, this is the 50-50.
Judging is serious business, and they had separate crews for chili and salsa. The volunteers grilled up endless mounds of hot dogs.
Making garbage cans. Making garbage cans out of whatever I can find.
Here's a sample of the Saturday agenda.
Oh, forget that. No. All right, ticket sales are going to be done in about 10 minutes.
A lengthy queue forms as everyone grabs a hot dog before sampling the mouth-watering chili and salsa entries. Can you spot the coveted salsa trophy? There are some really good salsas here, and I'm feeling the pressure.
Mismatching, so I just bought 2 wheels and they don't look anything like the other wheels. But I've been driving around like that. I've been driving around like that for a year and nobody's noticed because you never see both of them at the same
Alas, it's the final day of the rally. Most folks will pack up and leave today. We're attending the closing ceremonies. The rally was a great success with a huge thank you to all the volunteers. We await the announcement of the chili and salsa contest winners with anticipation. Alas, we did not win, but it was fun anyhow.
We delivered 1,265 pounds of food to the food bank.
So a lot of you might not know, Go Grand. Grand Design believes in giving back to the community. So whenever we have a rally like this, we try to find a way that we can give back to the community.
Right? Okay, so it's 173,997.
That was for the entry prize.
Anybody, bingo, raise your hand. 173,997 right here in the back.
Wow. Yeah.
We sold a total of 2,110 tickets. Okay, so split that in half. So 1,055 will go to the winner. Right here.
Oh, wow.
787-038. Come on up. Let's verify.
To conclude the rally, Stan led a heartfelt service that beautifully captured the spirit of our gathering, providing the perfect end to an unforgettable week. If you like this video, please consider giving it a like and subscribe to our channel for more content like this. We're going to get on the road now, and we'll see you at our next destination. Thanks for watching.